Hello and good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all you beautiful menstruators, men, women, however you define yourself. I hope you are happy and you are healthy. Today on the monthly My Period Data is Mine call, we have Marcel
Hiya.
and we have myself, Daniela. Hello. I'm trying to keep smiling as we're going through our call today. So let's start with some good news. First of all, our little team has now a new location and a new office that in the next few days will be fully equipped with desks and computers and proper lighting to do proper work and finish off our period tracker. Yes, the first version is on my phone. It is available for users to use. It has the full encryption, it has the password you choose, and it is fully functional. That's the great news. Now, the next hurdle we have to overcome is to turn it into a more polished, a more finished version. So currently I can enter my data, I can look for some data, but we still need a snazzy interface to show the calendar feature so you can look through. We can put the predictive, roughly when should my next period arrive, put those signs into place and so on. So that is something we're still working on right now. But as I mentioned, a lot more calm and stability has come towards us, and we're going to take advantage of that to get the app out and onto the Play stores as soon as we possibly can. Would you like to add anything at this point, Marcel?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up. I mean, the basic data entry is functional, as you've pointed out. But to be able to pull the relevant information from that and to be able to use that information in a constructive way is what we want to achieve next. So, recording the data is all very well and good, but we're not able to use it to be able to, as you said, possibly predict when your next period is, predict when your fertility cycle is, and provide information to your gynecologist when you want to go and visit them. So it's data collection is there, but then we have to be able to use that data in a constructive way. That would be the next stage. But yeah, as you said, we built this application as a secure application from the ground up, so that basis is there and that basis will remain. It's now a case of making it a useful application for everyone.
Yes. Yeah. As I mentioned, I'm using it myself. It's working for me. It starts up really quickly. There is a button to delete the data if you want to really quickly. If you feel as if somebody is trying to force you to reveal the data, the feature to simply delete it all is there as well. There will be a few added security features to mislead people who think it may be information they can misuse. So wait for those features, or alternatively, if either you can program, or if you're really good at reaching out to people and reaching them so that they get engaged, or if you have other skills that you would like to put to good use, then join us. Currently, it is Marcel and I trying to make this project happen. We're looking for help. We don't have all of the skills we need, unfortunately. We're only human. But we do want to do some good in the world, and that's why we are producing this product that everyone will be able to use and download for free. We don't want any money for it, because that also means that nobody can ever buy us. It's not like some of the other apps that say, oh, we will not give your data away. And then 2 years down the line, you know that your data has been sold to somebody else out there. And now, in the best case scenario, you get targeted ads. In the worst case scenario, insurance companies know what illnesses you have or what diseases and things. So be very careful. If you want to track your period, currently there are only two apps out there that are less bad than all the other ones that I can think of. If you're thinking of downloading something, read through the small print. Always read through the small print, read the description of the app, read the developers, would read which data they collect about you, whether it is shared with third parties or not, and so on. Be very smart about it. I know you're smart enough to do that. I know, and I have full trust in you because you're watching this, so I know you're interested in your own health and also in your own data. So use your brain, get ahead of the current Project 2025 and Trump government, and stay safe. I don't want to go into the state of the world at the moment. It makes me a bit sad and depressed. So let's focus on the positive, and rather than joining all that hate that currently seems to be out there, let's build a world in parallel that is better. Let's bring other people on board. Let's share a little bit of the joy that is still out in the world. Let's share some of that. Let's create something better, because thinking about how good our product is, that nobody can hack into it without your consent, without you giving them the password, nobody can ever get your period data. And it is so good that nobody will ever be able to do anything about it. And that means even the Project 2025, even Trump, JD Vance, or any one of them, there's nothing they can do about it. You're going to be safe, your data is going to be safe, and this is what we want. We want everyone to be able to use technology without any of the downsides to it. And for that, as I mentioned, come on board, help us make it happen a little bit quicker. If you think you either don't have time or skills, just have a chat with us is one option, or alternatively, we would welcome donations and hard cash, because with that we can buy additional skills to get the product to market sooner. We're not looking to make money of it ourselves. We simply want to, as I mentioned, make the world a little bit better. Yeah, just make it a little bit better. That's it. There's nothing else that I would like to add here. It's just, with everything that's going on, I personally need something to give me a little bit of hope, and this is it for me.
I'd also like to point out that it is important to track your health data, in this instance, the period data. I read an article recently about how important it is to get young people, especially, to track their menstrual cycle so they can understand how their bodies work and what issues, if anything, they have when they go and speak with their gynecologist. My concern is that with all the fear-mongering about your data being lost, that people will stop tracking their menstrual cycles. And this is what we want to try and avoid. And when people say, oh, delete your menstrual apps because of tracking, just write it down on a piece of paper or a spreadsheet or something, that's insecure. Anybody in your household can have access to that, right? And half the time, this is where the problem lies. With members in the household being able to access your data. Your data is your data. It should be only accessible by you when you want to have access. There was that great quote about the young woman who was with her doctor, with her parent, and the doctor asked, when was your last period? And she said, it's regular. That's all you need to know. She understood her menstrual cycle and how important it was. And the doctor didn't need to know when it was. So she could control the data. She could control who has access to it and what is important about it. Not a mother, not a doctor. She was the one that was in control. And I think that's gets missed with a lot of the news stories about, delete your period apps, put it on a piece of paper. I just think that's terrible advice. What you need is a secure application that only you can access. And this application that we're creating provides that security, to make sure that only you can access it. If you put it on a spreadsheet, anybody who has access to that spreadsheet can access it. Put it on a piece of paper, anybody who has access to that piece of paper has access to it. It's not secure. All that you're doing is preventing your data from being uploaded into the cloud, which again is terrible. And we make sure that our application doesn't do that. But there's more than just your data being uploaded into the cloud. There's a lot of apps that don't load the data, but the data is not encrypted on their phone. So anybody who's access to the phone, it's no different to somebody who access to your spreadsheet or access to your journal, access to your piece of paper where you're keeping track of things. It's incredibly important information to keep track of, and you need to be able to do it securely. And I think it's finding that combination that we're providing people with the ability to track what's important, so that they can monitor their health and know what they need to do about it if things change, but also to make sure that it's secure. So it's both of those things, making sure you put the right information and that information is stored securely.
Very well said. Thank you for that. That's pretty much all from me for today. It's just a quick one, I guess.
Yes. Well, hopefully we can provide more updates with what's going on with progress next time. As you said, we'll have a bit more time to focus on this project going forward.
Yes. So anyone out there who wants to get in touch, who wants to help us and support us, do get in touch. If you simply want to sit by the sidelines and listen and lurk a little bit, that's fine too. I know it is tough times out there, and all sorts of communication channels are being monitored or will be set up to be monitored, is my suspicion. We are on Mastodon as well, so go onto our website, MyPeriodDataIsMine.com. There's a link to it. You can see all of our updates there. I'm trying to be a bit more regular with it and get the message out there. And again, as I said, if you have skills and if you think that our project is worthwhile for you to get behind, then please get in touch. There's so much work out there that we could do if only we had a bigger team and more people involved. So I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, and if people want to join this call, they're welcome to. They can remain anonymous. We don't require anybody to log in to join the call. You can give whatever name you want. You can turn your camera off and only be on audio if you want. It's not about knowing who you are. So if you want to be part of this project but want to remain anonymous, that's fine too.
Of course, yes. Because that's what we're all about, data privacy.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, I hope you have a really good rest of the week. I hope spring starts soon wherever you are, or in the southern hemisphere, that summer ends well. And I hope to see you next month with our call with My Period Data Is Mine. Bye-bye.
Bye.